Yeah, I wanted to compare two devices that I have here. The Microsoft Surface Go1, which I bought in 2018, and the Microsoft Surface Go3, which I bought a little bit less than a month ago. Okay, I had the Surface Go1. I thought it was a fantastic device. I heard a lot of good things about the Surface Go2, but you know, it's not really prudent to upgrade a computer with every single iteration. So I waited for the third one to upgrade. So is it worth the upgrade? I'm going to tell you right now, based on real-world use, that I didn't really think that I should have. There isn't much of a difference in terms of performance and real-world use. So why do I say this? The Surface Go1 and 3 share very similar dimensions. In fact, they're actually exactly the same, which is why the keyboard is swappable. That's a good thing. Right, you can swap out the keyboard from the Surface Go1 and it will fit your Surface Go3. So if you already have a keyboard, you're going to save a little bit of money on the Surface type cover. The camera on the Surface Go3 is also better, and that's about it, you know, really. Apart from that, of course, the Surface Go1 is tied to Windows 10 and isn't going to be able to run Windows 11. That's in fact one of the main reasons why I got the Surface Go3, because I wanted to have the Windows 11 experience. But because the thermals are so similar, when I watch a movie on the Surface Go1 or 3, it heats up quite quickly. By the first 40 to 45 minutes, it gets so hot. Sometimes I need to shut it down, just let it cool, which isn't cool. And you'll have a much better movie watching experience on an iPad or on your smart TV. The same thing happens when you're using Zoom or Microsoft Teams, which is a big deal in today's work from home culture because of the pandemic. So because of poor thermals, when the device heats up, the processor doesn't run as well or as fast as it should. And so I find the performance between the Go1 and the Go3 to be very similar in real-world use, which is to watch movies, surfing the internet, so on and so forth. And regarding battery life, you'll find the same thing being said online. The Surface Go3 has dismal battery life. So let me just share my take on this, okay? When I first got the Surface Go1, the battery life was also dismal. It wasn't that good. And I think it had to do with Windows 10, right? Not being optimized at that time. But with each Windows update, the device was performing better and better with each update. And Windows 11 is a very new operating system. And so I found right out of the box, after switching out of S mode, that the battery life was indeed dismal, but after a few Windows updates, it started to run better. Right, this is already January 2022 when I'm shooting this video, and so we've already had a few updates for Windows 11, and I suspect we're going to get the same thing over the next maybe 6 months to a year of Windows 11 updates. This should begin to perform better. So why would you upgrade? You might upgrade because, well, the Surface Go1 is an aging device, and but if you don't mind running Windows 10, this guy still rocks. You know, I obviously had no idea that the performance would be so similar between these two devices, especially since I chose the i3 processor for my Windows, my Surface Go 3. I expected the performance to be a lot better than that. I didn't feel like it was an upgrade leap at all. So that's something for you to think about, okay? Of course, with an older device, the The charge cycle for this device might be a little old. It isn't the case for mine because there's some flaws and it cracked a couple of times. In fact, it's still cracking on the other side, gosh. And Microsoft changed it for me 3 times as part of its quality program. I hope the same isn't going to happen for this one. Perhaps just one final note about these fabric cases. This is the Alcantara version of my Surface Go keyboard, and it's already beginning to show severe wear and tear. I've only had this for the last 2 to 3 months. Of course, I keep it in my backpack when I head into the office. Well, that's the nature of fabric cases, isn't it? I think we're all onto the scam that they wear out and you have to change them maybe once every 18 months or 2 years. I really like the Surface Go lineup, the Surface Go series. I really like it. I like the design, I like the idea, I like the vision. A little bit disappointed with the battery life, a bit disappointed with the processor performance. I really think it's down to the thermals, and I hope that they get it right. I do have a case on this, and I know it's not going to help with the thermals, but the reason for that is because I want to protect the chassis, because the chassis dings and cracks quite easily, a little bit too easily, Microsoft. I hope it provides you with the information you need to decide if you want to take the leap to upgrade your Surface Go1 to a Surface Go3, or to get out of the ecosystem entirely and get a different brand. That's up to you.